Piombino is an Italian town and comune of about 35,000 inhabitants in the province of Livorno. It lies on the border between the Ligurian Sea and the Tyrrhenian Sea, in front of Elba Island and at the northern side of Maremma. Overview. It has an ancient historical centre, derived from the time in which it was the Etruscans' port, in the surroundings of Populonia. In the Middle Ages, it was instead an important port of the Republic of Pisa. Its hinterland hosts a considerable industrial area. Its port is still heavily used, both for industry and for tourism, with ferry boats to Portoferraio and Olbia. Geography. The bounding communes of Piombino are Campiglia Marittima, Follonica, San Vincenzo and Suvirciu. The town has 6 civil parishes: Baratti, Fiorentina, Gagna, Populonia, Populonia Station and Vignola Riatorta. History. The area of modern Piombino was settled since ancient times. During the Etruscan era, the main city in the area was Populonia, now a frazione within the comune of Piombino. The name Piombino derives almost certainly from Populano, meaning small Populonia, which the refugees gave to a small village where they had taken refuge after the city had been attacked by Greek pirates. It is also probable that Piombino had already been founded during the Ostrogoth domination. In 1022, the monastery of San Giustiniano was founded in the area, boosting the activity of fishermen, sailors and workers. In 1115, Piombino submitted to the Republic of Pisa, becoming its second main port. Authority was exerted by a capitano. During the conflicts between the Pisana and the Genoese, the city was sacked various times. In 1248, the capitano Ugolino Arsapaci built the channels. The castle of Piombino remained a Pisana possession until Gerardo Appiani, ceding Pisa to the Milanese Visconti, carved out the independent state of Piombino, Elba, Pianosa and Monte Cristo for his family, who held it until 1634. In 1445, through his marriage with Caterina Appiani, Rinaldo Orsini acquired the lordship. In 1501 to 1503, the principality was under Cesare Borgia. In 1509, the Appiani became princes of the Holy Roman Empire with the title of Piombino. After Cosimo I de' Medici had occupied it in the course of the war against Siena, in 1553 and 1555, a French Ottoman fleet attacked Piombino, but was pushed back. In 1557, the peace treaty reinstated the Appiani, with the exception of Portoferraio, given to the Grand Duchy of Tuscany, and the area of Orbetello, which became the state of Picardy under Spanish control. In 1594, the Principality of Piombino was created by Emperor Rudolph II of Habsburg, the first prince being Alessandro Appiani d'Aragona. In 1634, the title was acquired by the Ludovici, whose member Niccolo I had married Polissena Appiani in 1632. In 1708 it went to the Boncompagnia with Antonio I. In 1801 Napoleon abolished the Principate. Piombino and its lands being annexed by the Kingdom of Etruria, in 1809 they were given to Napoleon's sister, Eliza Bassiocchi. After Napoleon's final defeat and the Congress of Vienna, the state of Piombino was annexed by the Grand Duchy of Tuscany. It became part of the unified Kingdom of Italy in 1860. The Battle of Piombino during World War II, in the days that followed the announcement of the Armistice of Cassibile. Piombino was the setting for one of the first episodes of the Italian resistance. On 10 September 1943, during Operation ACHSE, a small German flotilla, commanded by Captain Lieutenant Karl Wolf Albrand, tried to enter the harbour of Piombino but was denied access by the port authorities. General Cesare Maria de' Vecchi, in command of the Italian coastal forces, commanded the port authorities to allow the German flotilla to enter, against the advice of Commander Amadeo Capulano, the naval commander of the harbour. Once they entered and landed, the German forces showed a hostile behavior, and it became clear that their intent was to occupy the town. The local population asked for a resolved reaction by the Italian forces, threatening an insurrection, but the senior Italian commander, General Fortunato Perna, instead ordered his tanks to open fire on the civilians. To disperse the crowds, De Vecchi forbade any action against the Germans. This, however, did not stop the protests. Some junior officers, acting on their own initiative and against the orders, assumed command and started distributing weapons to the population, and civilian volunteers joined the Italian sailors and soldiers in the defense. Battle broke out at 21:15 on 10 September, between the German landing forces and the Italian coastal batteries, tanks, and civilian population. Italian tanks sank the German torpedo boat Tar-11. Italian artillery also sank 7 Marine F-Ram. Sauro and Carbet were scuttled because of the damage they had suffered. The German attack was repelled. By the dawn of the 11th of September, 120 Germans had been killed and about 200 to 300 captured, 120 of them wounded. Italian casualties had been 4 killed and a dozen wounded. 4 Italian submarine chasers were also sunk during the fighting. Later in the morning, however, De Vecchi ordered the prisoners to be released, and had their weapons given back to them. New popular protests broke out, as the Italian units were disbanded and the senior commanders fled from the city. The divisional command surrendered Piombino to the Germans on 12 September, and the city was occupied. Many of the sailors, soldiers and citizens who had fought in the Battle of Piombino retreated to the surrounding woods and formed the first partisan formations in the area. For the deeds of its citizens, the town received a gold medal for military valor from President Carlo Azeglio Ciampi. Main sites: Co-Cathedral of Sant'Antimo, built by the Augustinians and originally dedicated to Saint Michael. It is in Pisana Gothic style, a memoir of the rule of Pisa over Piombino. The interior, with 2 naves, houses precious works by Andrea Guardi, including a baptismal font. The counter facade has Renaissance sepulchres of the Apeni family. Also by Guardi is the cloister, the Rivellino, the most ancient monument in the city. The Chiesa della Misericordia. It houses a precious 15th-century crucifix. The Cassero Pisano. It is formed by 2 distinct buildings, the fortress built under Cosimo I de' Medici, and the Cassero, the latter used as military jail until 1959. The Palazzo Comunale, mostly a modern reconstruction of the ancient Palazzo degli Anziani. In the Musters Hall, with portraits of the princes of Piombino. Chapel of St. Anne, a noteworthy Renaissance work by Guardi. Next is the Tor Civica, the Cisterna di Cittadella, also by Guardi. On the sides are the portraits of Jacopo III Apeni and his son and wife, later disfigured by order of Cesare Borgia. Casa del Bifort, the natural province reserve Paggiul Orta Bottogon, created in 1998, next to the locality of Tor del Sale. Demographics: Twin cities. Flemal. Miscellanea. Piombino has schools, gymnasia, lyceums, churches, banks, parks and squares. In the locality of Punta Falcone is an astronomical observatory, created in 1976. East of Piombino, there is a power station with 1,280 megawatts generation capacity with 2 chimneys, each 195 meters tall. West of Piombino, there is the start of the submarine power cable section to Corsica from HVDC SACOI.